Alright, Algebra 1 students, tonight's video is over solving systems of equations by substitution. So I'm going to work a few problems with you and see if we can get this figured out. Alright, so here's our system of equations, and I know that this is a good system to solve in substitution because I have a single variable all by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and put this equation right there. And in the second column, I'm going to put the equation that I didn't use a minute ago. And in the third column, I'm going to put y equals 3x again. Okay. So this first one, if y was not by itself, I would solve for y and get it by itself. But that's already done. Now, what I'm going to do is in this equation where there's a y, instead of putting y, I'm going to put 3x. So I'm going to have x plus, instead of y, I'm going to substitute 3x and set that equal to 8. So I have x plus 3x equals 8. Okay, now it's just as simple as solving an equation. X plus 3x is 4x is equal to 8. Divide by 4. I know that x equals 2. That's half of my answer. Now since I know x equals 2, I'm going to solve it in for x, substitute it in for x on this one. So y equals 3 times 2 because x equals 2. So I know that y equals 6. So my answer for this is 2, 6. This method is going to take quite a bit of practice. Okay? If you do the 3 columns, it makes it a whole lot easier to work it out. Let's work another one. Alright. I can choose either of these equations because they both have a single variable. For the sake of working this problem, I'm going to do this one just because there's really no reason why I chose that one. The second column, you choose the other equation that you didn't use. And then you put your original equation, but we got to have it solved for first. So what I'm going to do is I want x by itself. I want the single variable. So I'm going to subtract 4y from both sides. So now I have x equals negative 4y plus 1. Alright? That will go here. And wherever there's an x, I'm going to put negative 4y plus 1. So I'm going to take 2 and multiply it by negative 4y plus 1. Add y, set it equal to 9. So here I have to distribute. 2 times negative 4y is negative 8y. 2 times 1 is 2 plus y equals 9. So negative 8 plus y is negative 7y plus 2 equals 9. Subtract the 2. Negative 7y equals 7. Divide by negative 7. Y equals 1. Negative 1. Okay, since I know y equals negative 1, I can plug it in up here. So x equals negative 4 times negative 1 plus 1. So x equals 4 plus 1. So x is 5. So negative 1 and 5. Write it as a point, and we're done. Feels like a whole lot of work, doesn't it? Alright, finally let's look at the last one that we're going to do for this video. So, which one has a single variable? This one, because it does not have a coefficient. So I'm going to write this equation here, and this time I'm just going to do it all in the same color just in case that's confusing you. I'm going to write the other one here. Alright, I got to solve for b. So I'm going to subtract 2a. I have negative b equals negative 2a plus 1. Divide by negative 1. Okay. And so I divided everything by -1, so I know b will equal 2a minus 1. So anywhere there's a b, I'm going to put 2a minus 1 instead. Okay? So 5a, no b's, 3 times there's a b, so I'm going to substitute 2a minus 1 equals 0. Still not doing anything with 5a. This time I'm going to distribute -3 times 2a is -6a. -3 times -1 is +3. That will equal 0. So now I have -a plus 3 equals 0. If I add a to both sides, I get a equals 3. Okay? I'm going to take this, put it at the very top. Here it is. Okay? So what we're going to do now is, instead of a, I know a is 3. I'll plug it in. 6 minus 1, which is 5. So my answer is 3, 5. Just since we're dealing with a couple of different variables now, the normal way for math people to do this is to do it in alphabetical order. So the first letter in the alphabet will come first, followed by the next one. Okay? Guys, I know this is extremely difficult and a lot to do, so we're going to work with it for 2 days. I just need you getting the basic concept of this. Okay, pre-AP students, y'all will be expected to do this a little bit more in depth. All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.